Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. I got a question I'm going to ask you guys in a bit, but can you believe today it's finally arrived? It's our big day. Can you imagine? It's been 4 years? 4 years, 4 long years, but it seems to me like it's went by in the I don't know, I wouldn't say a blink of an eye, but it's went by quick. 4 years, wow, since we voted last. And here we are again, ready to do it. I did my thing already, my absentee ballot. I'll tell you this is something that they should adopt countrywide. We got this thing in Michigan where it used to be you had to be handicapped or sick or have some reason why you would request an absentee ballot and then they would send you one. But now you don't have to have any reason. Anybody can request an absentee ballot without being sick, without being perfectly healthy, and you then can fill it out. And what I did is I took it over to the township, and they actually have a little thing like a mailbox that you pull it and you stick the thing in and let go and it drops in, and you can, I looked in there and you just in a little crack you could see it was full up of ballots. So I think that this election is going to have a pretty good turnout. I would say, just from my anecdotal looking into the thing and seeing, wow, there's a lot of ballots already in there. So I don't know how often they take them out and whatnot, but so that was pretty cool. It's very easy. So that should, in my opinion, be adopted nationwide, especially in these COVID virus kind of times where you don't want to be in there with a crowd of other people or touching a bunch of machines and such that other people have touched, you know. This is really nice. I didn't even turn my car off. I just walked over, dropped her in, came back. So tonight is the big night, you know. All these millions and millions of dollars have been spent by both sides for advertising. And my question is, after all the fanfare, I don't care who you voted for, and you probably don't care who I voted for, but if you want to, you know, make comments, that's up to you guys. But my question that I would like answered is, do you think at the end of the day, today, are we going to know who's the next president? Is it going to be settled? Is it going to be such an overwhelming landslide on one side or the other that it is undisputable, you know, where, you know, it clearly we have a winner? I wonder if we're going to see that, or is it going to be like in Florida back with it was, who was it? It was you know, back in the day, it was Bush and Gore, right, in Florida with the hanging chads, and that thing went back and forth. It eventually went to the Supreme Court. I'd say it was a good week or maybe more than that before we really knew who was the next president. It was so contested. So my question is, are we going to have an uncontested president at the end of the day? Now, I know it's going to be a long day, probably wee hours of the morning, but, you know, are we going to have that versus a court battle and lawyers involved and everything else? So it's going to be interesting. I will say I'm a little surprised that we have two old guys, no young guys. Now, I'm an old guy, so you think I'd be in favor of that, but I thought we'd probably have somebody in there maybe in their 50s or something. You know, we've got old and older running. So I found that kind of amazing. So let me know what you guys think. Are we going to have a clear winner at the end of the day? Let me know in the comments. I always appreciate the interaction. And you know the drill. Until next time, we'll see you.